JRM Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of WPIAL High School Basketball, produced by JRM Video Productions.
From Lynn Calmer Port on Sewickley Academy's campus, JRM Sports presents continuing coverage of Sewickley Academy basketball as one of the top teams in 2A and the Sewickley Academy Panthers take on one of the top teams in 3A and the Aliquippa Quips. And welcome courtside, everybody. I'm Matt Fargo, joined alongside Damon McDermott. And Damon, next Sunday is the de facto big game, but we have a big game a week from that one in this one on the hardwood at Sewickley Academy, meeting up against Aliquippa. And for all the things that have happened on these two sides, Aliquippa only has 3 losses, 2 to pretty good opponents in the WPIL, 1 outside of it. Meanwhile, Sewickley Academy, they are the only undefeated team remaining in the WPIL after Newcastle bowed out to Pine Richland. So the Panthers, the only one to not have a blemish on the season.
Yeah, 6A, and then there was 2A. Now we only got 2A left, and Sewickley's been playing some tough competition just like Newcastle was. They have a close game against Obama. Now they play an Aliquippa team that could still win their section with that 1 loss to Mohawk. So I love how both of these teams are testing themselves before playoffs. Get some toughness, test yourself before you get in there and make those deep playoff runs.
Aliquippa's been able to win 5 in a row, and we'll take a look at that tail of the tape to maybe give a little bit deeper inside look of the numbers. And what sticks out to you, David?
First off, when you're not letting anybody score more than 30 points against you, Obama was the first team to score over 30 in a while against Sewickley Academy, only giving up 29 points per game. And then Aliquippa, it looks like they're going to be able to push the pace tonight with 62 points per game. But again, we know how this Sewickley team really will slow you down and really make you challenge yourself to make some shots with that size down low with Mamadou Kane and Adam Aliquippa.
Be interesting to see how the offenses of these two teams, about 10 points difference you see there. Can Aliquippa keep up with the Panthers here tonight? We'll take a look at the keys. And Damon, how do you get a win here tonight?
Well, looking at that guy right there, Mamadou Kane, you got to control the offensive glass of your Sewickley Academy. No second chance points for Aliquippa. Push the pace. You know how Sewickley Academy plays. At any time, they can tell you, all right, we're going to speed you up. And that's exactly what they're going to try to do tonight with their guards and stay out of foul trouble. Use that size advantage down low. Let Mamadou Kane, Adam Aliquippa get as many blocks and rebounds as possible. On the other side for Aliquippa, you got to play physical. Obama did a great job. If you know you're undersized, you got to do the best you can and get as many fouls drawn for you as you can. And then you got to trust your guards. Sewickley generates a lot of turnovers. Play the game at your own pace. Do not speed up when you have to and break that full court press. Lastly, piggybacking off of that, Matt, you got to limit turnovers. We know how good Sewickley is turning turnovers into points every single game against their opponents.
Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. And for the Aliquippa Quips, they'll put out on the floor Anthony Ingram, a sophomore guard, Antonia Reddick, a senior guard, Clester Longmire, multi-sport athlete for the Quips, also plays football. He's a senior. Camden Evanotchko, he's a freshman, one of their best players. You will hear a lot about him throughout the broadcast. And Tyvon Parchment Jr., the sophomore, get the start. For the Sewickley Academy Panthers, it's the usual suspects. Caden Battles, Amari Spencer, Lucas Grimsley, 1 point away from 1,000 in his career. We'll keep an eye out. We'll be on the Grimsley 1,000 K-Watch throughout the broadcast. And then Mamadou Kane and Adam Aliquippa, the starting lineups for tonight's ballgame.
For me, the biggest thing to look at here, Matt, is Khalil Good is not playing for Aliquippa. Just a small injury, but a guy that's going to be playing football at the next level, could be playing basketball at the next level. You want him fully healthy for playoffs. And what you just said, Lucas Grimsley, 1 point away, unselfish guy, could have tried to press for those the last 2 matchups. He only needed 9 2 games ago, but he's one of those teammate first type of guys, said, okay, I'll get to that 1,000 eventually. And tonight it's going to be, I'm hoping it's the first shot of the game so he can just get it out of the way with.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think that's going to be something maybe the coaching staff dials up just to even get it out of his mind and get locked in on it. And something we saw from the Aliquippa side, we saw them just a weekend ago on JRM Sports, and the facilitator that Khalil Good is, who is going to step up into that role for Aliquippa?
Yeah, we've heard, like you said, a lot about a couple of their young guards, but this is a big test. When you got Caden Battles pressing you all game long, when you got Lucas Grimsley, who's 6'4", making you make those passes, it's going to be challenging for Aliquippa tonight, but a really good test before playoffs.
Well, it's not the Super Bowl, but it should be a super matchup between the Panthers of Sewickley Academy and the Quips of Aliquippa. Tip-off when we come back here on JRM Sports. Sunday Super here on JRM, and we'll be back with tip-off.
Growing up at Sewickley Academy, every single step is a giant leap towards extraordinary, where students are excited about school and develop a love for learning. Our early childhood students begin their adventure here in a world of discovery and wonder, building, creating, and stretching their imaginations, sharing curiosities, and kindness. We help each child with routines that build self-confidence. We lean into learning through exploration, allowing time to observe, question, and reflect. Through personalized attention, we see firsthand what excites them to learn and create lessons from the things they're most interested in, exploring new vocabulary to help communicate thoughts, developing math skills to problem solve, and even discovering talents and passions. Many steps are taken each day, and we make every one count. Sewickley Academy, intentionally extraordinary.
The WPIAL and the PIAAA promote the highest ideals of good sportsmanship. Actions or language meant to demean contestants, teams, spectators, and officials are not in the highest ideals of interscholastic education and will not be tolerated. Let today's contest reflect mutual respect. We request your cooperation in supporting today's contestants and contest officials in a positive manner. Offensive and unsportsmanlike language or conduct will not be tolerated and may serve as grounds for removal. Please respect our student athletes, coaches, contest officials, and game administration with your cooperation to promote a safe, positive game environment. Now we ask everybody please rise as you are able and remove your caps. As we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Palma Memorial Classic, Sewickley Academy, Aliquippa. Let's go to public address announcer Harry Callis to take a look at the starting lineups for tonight.
Sophomore, number 0, Anthony Ingram. Senior, number 1, Antonio Reddick. Senior, number 3, Lester Longmire. Freshman, number 4, Hampton Anacho. And sophomore, number 14, TJ Marchman. The coaches are led by head coach Harvey Smith, assisted by Dorian Fields, Kieran Jeter, and Antoine Townsend. And now, here's the starting lineup for your Sewickley Academy Panthers. Senior guard, number 2, David Donald. 6'2"
take another look at that. Thanks to Harry. For Aliquippa, Ingram, Reddick, Longmire, Evan Nako, and Parchman. For Sewickley Academy battle Spencer, Grimsley, Kane, and Aliquippa. Panthers another test, one of the few remaining before we turn the calendar into the postseason. We flip it into February today, and that means the regular season just 2 weeks away from putting the lid on one and going into the WPIAL second season.
Second season where a lot of these Sewickley guys learned a lot last year.
Double hit on the jump, and chasing it down was Antonio Reddick for Aliquippa. They set up the offense. Quips win a kind of interesting jump ball there.
It's almost like a stalemate in the air.
Right. Aliquippa 3 losses, 12-3 in 3A. Lost to Chartiers Valley, Mohawk in section, and Morgantown, West Virginia. Their 3 losses on their ledger coming into tonight.
How about Mohawk undefeated in section?
Yeah, they're a perennial favorite right now to be the number 1 team in 3A, as Reddick gets 1 denied there by Aliquippa, gets his own rebound back and pushes it back out. Evan Notchko on the right hand, just a freshman. Notchko does not get it to go. And Mamadou Kane with the board. Long pass ahead to Grimsley. 1 point away from 1,000 for Lucas Grimsley. He will not take the first shot. Panthers short on it there as Spencer came up. Put back opportunity for Mamadou Kane.
Mamadou was a difference maker when the game got tough against Obama. Here comes that press right away from Sewickley.
This is what's going to just be so difficult, as the original steal forced by Spencer works it inside to Aliquippa and earns a trip to the line.
Yeah, this press, that first possession, you'll see if a team's going to panic or not. And right there, Aliquippa just was not ready for it, especially with Khalil Good out of the game being your playmaker. He's a guy that could probably break that press for you, but in this game, you're going to have a freshman in Notchko and a couple other guys try to figure it out against Sewickley.
Antonio Reddick picked up the foul. First one of the ball game as Aliquippa hits his first from the line. There you see head coach of the Sewickley Academy Panthers and Mike Izzolino.
Chasing first off an undefeated season, the only team able now, like you said in the pregame, Newcastle with a shell shock in 6A. So I know that's not the main goal this season, but what an achievement it would be.
Yeah, it's another notch in the belt, right? Quip's able to break the press, handoff in the lane, could not finish. An opportunity for Antonio Reddick. Cross-court pass into the corner, catch it, shoot 3. 3 ball in and out for Grimsley.
You could hear Coach Izzolino saying, great shot, take that again, wide open look from the baseline. You expect Grimsley to make it. Maybe a little bit added pressure with that 1,000-point.
But Notchko hands it off inside Parchman.
What I like about Aliquippa, they're not rushing, but again, they're not getting a lot of really good looks, but they're not turning over the basketball.
Evan Notchko, off-balance shot, put back, rolls out for Parchman Jr., board for the Panthers. Long pass to get it to Aliquippa, but traveling there out of bounds, too much of a rate of speed, and ended up going out of bounds before the Quips could even get a hand on it. It'll be Aliquippa basketball.
We saw Mamadou trying to be a point guard again. Every once in a while he gets a little bit excited. He wants to get it down low to the big guy, but maybe just give that one to a guard, let him dribble up.
Here's Reddick to the rack, guarded by Kane, but he gets the teardrop to fall.
Great job by him battling through contact, too. Mamadou Kane, one of the biggest guys in the WPIAL. He took a shot there.
Drew Steele stands at the scorer's table awaiting the next dead ball. First substitution of the ball game. Meanwhile, it's Battles.
I was going to say he's played really well. He's been the first sub the last couple of games. He was a spark plug against Obama.
Fed down low, off a few hands, chased into the corner by Spencer. Cross court to get it to Battles. Inside Aliquippa, back outside Grimsley, a tray, and it goes over the backboard out of bounds. Aliquippa ball, and we will see Drew Steeles check in for Spencer, and then racing to the table was Jameer Guyton. to give Grimsley his first breather of the day.
And Matt, they're going to stay in this press until Quips can keep on making it. There's Jameer Guyton with a steal right away.
Misses the basket trying to get the steal and the score, but he gets his own rebound and resets the Panther offense. 3 for steals right off the bench. Drains a triple.
Think about who's going to be starting next year with these seniors losing.
That will be a travel. Antonio Reddick losing his footing there.
But Drew Steele's coming off of that. He has been unbelievable this past month. He's been really getting hot. I mean, coming right off the bench, that's a hard shot to take right away. The confidence from the sophomore. He has so much potential.
That's what I'm most impressed with the Sewickley Academy team is the starters obviously deliver night in and night out, but it's the bench players being able to be coming off the bench and immediately contributing both offensively, defensively, grabbing a board. Like, they are in it, and they have to be. There's no fall off with the substitutions.
And I think at this point of the season, too, you're trying to figure out who are your main subs for the playoff run. That's so important.
There's a triple drain by Anthony Ingram.
Because you're going to shorten your bench a hair when you get to the playoffs, and you're going to trust 8-9 guys. And Drew Steele and Jameer Guyton, there's a reason why the first two subbed in this game. Jameer keeps on getting big defensive possessions, and then Drew Steele, he's that offensive spark plug.
Bounce pass inside to Mamadou Kane. He got it ripped away, got it back again. Kane goes on the reverse, and he's up and fouled as battling was Tyvon Parchman with Mamadou Kane, and 23 wins that battle.
Look at the physicalness down low. Again, if you're undersized, you're going to have to battle all night long with Mamadou Kane. And how about Aliquippa traveling well to this game, too, and the Sewickley faithful. This is a fun game for a Sunday. You heard the crowd going crazy when Mamadou tried to put that one back up.
Yeah, and I've also seen the who's of faces in the WPIL. I think a lot of people are curious about this Sewickley Academy team as we see Connor Tall come in for the first time this evening.
Like I said, Matt, you want to pay attention to those first couple subs. So you saw Steele, you saw Tall, and you saw Guyton. So those are the guys that I'd keep an eye on when we get deeper in the playoff run. You can trust all three of them to come in and give you some kind of spark. But yeah, you're right. I mean, we got a star-studded cast out there in the crowd today. When you hear of the last undefeated team in the WPIAL, a lot of people start going, okay, I'm going to have to go to this game.
Good.
We had someone come up to us and say, if this wasn't on streaming, I had to come and watch. You know,
that's our guy, Jeremy Mulder, PA voice of the girls, Sewickley Academy side. Shout out to Danger, as he's more affectionately known.
Ingram picks up another 2, and Aliquippa keeps responding when they need to, just like Obama did the last time we were here.
Knocked out of bounds.
And Aliquippa's playing the same way Obama did. I mean, they are playing physical, chest-to-chest defense. You're worried about those guys down low, but try to get some turnovers from the guards of Sewickley.
Bounce, catch and shoot 3 for Tall deep. Rims out, put back by Ikimba. Earns a trip back to the line. Third team foul on the Quips here in the first.
And that's one of the most frustrating things if you're the Quips is you felt like you did everything right there. You boxed out, but Akimba's 6'8", and sometimes he's going to be a little bigger than you and a little stronger than you and get an offensive rebound. He's going to put it right back up and draw a foul.
First shot is good.
Through the screen, too. That's Aliquippa doing everything they can try to do.
Lane violation on Aliquippa. That was Amir Hardy. And they're going to allow Ikimba to reshoot this shot.
And Hardy just came in the game. He must have been like, I got to try my best to box out this big guy. And said, I'm going to try to cheat a little bit.
Tall task.
And the big deal there is he missed that. But now they get an extra point for Sewickley Academy.
11-7, Panthers early lead. Antonio Reddick, guarded by Steele. Bounce pass to get it inside the arc. It's Longmire, double teamed. Floater goes.
Using those big football shoulders right there. You can see he's not built like a basketball player, but he uses that strength down low, playing power forward, only 5'10".
WPIL football champs. Aliquippa Quips beat McKeesport. 3 on the way. Good for Drew Steeles.
I think we're going to talk a lot about him in the next 2 years. It seems like this year he's got more and more confident, just like a couple other sophomores on this team.
Reddick. Evan Notchko in the lane, fade away, yes.
Freshman gets on the board and was impressive there. Tall played great defense, but when you fade away like that, just create a little bit more space. Really nice bucket from the freshman.
Steele's bouncing Tall, looking for the triple, and he splashes it in.
And that's how you answer right back. We got a good ball game here. Both teams throwing a couple punches and answering.
Minute 20 to go here in the first. Reddick on the right hand. Double teamed off a few hands. Found the awaiting hands there of Hardy. Moved it back outside for a 3. Evan Notchko hits the triple.
We were warned about him before in pregame, and you can see why a lot of people love this freshman's game. With Khalil Good out, he's stepping up in a big way.
Camden Evan Notchko, just a freshman. There's a response missed by Guyton. Outlet pushed up in transition. Evan Notchko goes all the way. And a great defensive play by Tall to earn the jump ball. Earns the tie-up. And some subs here for the Panthers as Rob Southall, Eric Kracian checks into the game. Steeles hands it off to Christian. Southall and out to Guyton. 20 seconds, loose basketball. Quips gathering.
Should slow down here for the last shot, Matt.
Ingram chased it into the corner. And Panthers, relentless defense, not even allowing a score there or an attempted shot. 8 minutes in the books in Sewickley. Panthers 17, Aliquippa 14, second quarter action when we come back on JRM Sports.
At Sewickley Academy, we blend a classical education with an eye towards the future. Growing up here, students benefit from continuous innovation and endless creativity, helping to build their character and confidence. Where they are free to experiment in an environment that encourages collaboration and sparks imagination. And where learning goes beyond the classroom walls, balancing structured academics with play-based experiences. Every student's interest is cultivated from the first day to inspire a lifelong love of learning, with guidance that fosters independence, goals, and skills. Growing up at Sewickley Academy means building a solid foundation for future growth and development, where students become who they're meant to be. Sewickley Academy, intentionally extraordinary.
As we go to the second quarter, back with Damon McDermott, Matt Fargo with you. Coach Isolino in his second season as the head man of Sewickley Academy, trying to take his Panthers to the promised land, win some championships, and section title first on the line. There's a nice block, but he missed the dunk, and a block by Mamadou Kane, a rejection on that side of it. And finally, Aliquippa chased it down. It was Hardy that did the damage. What a bizarre opening sequence here in the second.
Ingram tried to dunk it, then tried to catch it out of the air when he knew he made a mistake.
Evan Notchko. Buster Longmire hands it back off. Aliquippa in no hurry. Longmire back outside.
I love it. So many other teams think that you got to just throw up shots against Sewickley to keep up. Why not? Use as much clock as you can. Find that perfect look for your team.
Drive into the basket. Earns a trip to the line to Anthony Ingram.
What a crossover just to generate a tiny bit of space against Jameer Guyton. I think he's still a little bit upset about that dunk, but make it up with your team here with 2 points at the line.
Southall picks up his first foul. Sewickley's first foul of the quarter as Anthony Ingram at the charity stripe here. Cuts the deficit to 2. Lucas Grimsley back in for Guyton.
Still looking for number 1,000. He would just love, I bet, just a pick and roll, easy layup, and just get back on defense, get the smile, and not even think about it anymore.
Great crowd on hand. You're a part of the Win Paul Memorial Classic, honoring the late great basketball coach, also coached softball for a time, and athletic director here at Sewickley Academy. Got Gracion travel.
They're doing a great job trapping in those corners right there. Again, we talk about Longmire not being the biggest guy, but he's mobile too. And right there, you can guard a guy like Gracion and create a turnover.
So that brings in Ikimba, and we'll bring back in Amari Spencer. Southall and Gracion take a seat. And you could see there is the Aliquippa chip on the shoulder of this Quip squad, knowing who they're playing against and the press clippings that go along with it.
It's funny how every sport, somehow they have that chip on their shoulder, and they use it as a weapon.
And they win because of it. There's a denial by Ikimba.
Comes a high pick and roll. Didn't fall for it.
And a foul.
1-0, right there.
Drew Steele's going to get caught with the foul, his first.
Quippa's still trying to figure out what play they're going to run.
It's Reddick, got it hounded, and nice job by Spencer. His ball still rolling around there. It's still rolling around, and now almost football-like for Anthony Ingram to grab onto it and hold onto it like a fumble at the bottom of a pile.
The inbound of that basketball is so fast, I think they forgot to call a play, and then they just kind of stalled out. And against a team like Sewickley, you cannot make mistakes. And now you're down by 1, and the ball goes back to Sewickley's way.
Yeah, so the final call there was a jump ball, and because Aliquippa had the possession, or because the Panthers had the possession, it will go their way. Battles, and Grimsley play catch.
2-3 zone, giving them a different look here for Sewickley. Longmire is battling Ikimba down low, doing everything he can because he knows he's not tall enough. And there's
Three ball corner pocket for Mamadou Kane.
Sorry, Matt. As he was shooting, I mean, Longmire was literally, it looked like he was about to put Aliquippa in a headlock. So, I mean, he's doing everything he possibly can to try to box out a 6'8" guy when he's 5'10".
Knocked away there. Anthony Ingram had to re-secure it. Loose basketball. Reddick traces it down inside the paint amongst the trees. Traveled. Panther basketball. And after a breather, Tyvon Parchment back on the floor for Aliquippa, one of the starters. And Longmire's going to get a long-needed breath.
I was about to say, Longmire did everything he can, and he's given up height, but he's just as big as those guys, and he's just trying to move them repeatedly.
Great feed inside to Aliquippa.
And I don't think it's a coincidence. As soon as he gets out of the ball game, they score down low right away, but he can just not play all 32 minutes here for Aliquippa.
Ingram. Back outside. Ingram spinning against tightly contested defense there by Spencer. Now Reddick back to Ingram. And a foul.
Tried to switch on that pick and roll and just got ankles caught up, and it's always going to be a foul on the defense. Longmire got about a 30-second break, and now he's coming back in. So
looks like a timeout's going to be taken here by Aliquippa. As Quips want to talk things over.
want to talk about that first quarter. We saw explosive offenses in the second quarter, Matt. We've only seen 5 points from Sewickley, and we've seen 2 points from Aliquippa. So they've done everything they can to slow down. So a lot of these highlights you're about to see are from that first quarter where both teams were trading threes. There's Connor Tall with a deep one right there. And then Aliquippa, every time they tried to answer, you had Notchko right there with one of his own. But again, these are all first quarter highlights except for that three right there from Mamadou Kane, who's already got 8 in this matchup. Drew Steele's got 6. Nice backdoor cut there by Aliquippa. But right now, Aliquippa, I think, tried to say, let's take the air out of the basketball here, slow down this second quarter. But every possession so far, Sewickley scored on it, and now they got a 5-point lead.
3:46 to go here in the second, 21-16. Undefeated Sewickley Academy going up against 3As, one of the top teams at 3A. And I mean, we just saw what they lost in the two Pratt brothers transferring to from Aliquippa to Lincoln Park.
I'm trying to think where they obviously they would start, but this lineup for Aliquippa, I mean, you'd have 4 guys then at that point. You might not see a guy who's already really good in Notchko as a freshman starting.
Sure. Aliquippa out of the timeout. Let's see what they draw up. DeJohn Hill to Reddick. Foul line, throws one short. Mamadou Kane grabs that one easily, uncontested. Battles, goes to work. Sewickley's not been able to really get into set recently. Grimsley still eyeing up 1,000. Here it is, on the way for a 3, short. Came right back out to him. Grimsley jump step in the lane, and he kicked it back outside to Spencer. And we reset with Battles. Grimsley thought about another 3. Battles gets it right back to Spencer. And then Mamadou Kane, he loves that corner 3, misses this time, and a rebound for Aliquippa and the Quipson Hardy. DeJohn Hill and Ingram. Spencer playing some relentless defense
Again, Sewickley just going man on man. They're confident everybody can switch.
Floater, too much on it from DeJohn Hill. Rebound Panthers. Grimsley from the corner, short. Rebound, Aliquippa fed back inside to Spencer, who is fouled, and he'll go to the line with 2:11 to go in the first half.
Grimsley's so close. Seems like he's just pressing a hair. We know how much of a good shooter he is. Saw him crack a quick smile there. He knows it's going to fall. Good job by Spencer to get that rebound and go right back up to it. Taking a shot from Aliquippa.
Amari Spencer. I love that coaching from Mike Isolino to Lucas Grimsley.
I love listening because he's right to my right at all times. And Lucas, how unselfish he is. He said, listen, I feel bad. I keep shooting. And he goes, Coach Isolino goes, you're open. I trust you at all times to shoot that basketball. You're having a rough night right now, but I know you're going to knock them down.
Right.
And if you get those looks in the playoffs, we need you to knock them down, and we saw you knock them down last year. So just keep shooting. Aliquippa is more worried about inside scorer than outside, so a lot of those threes are open.
Eric Cretion checks in, and Spencer converts at the line, 1 of 2.
That's beautiful coaching. You could have coaches go, you got to knock those down. He could be kind of making them feel even worse about it. But no, he's saying, no, you are one of my greatest shooters I have. You were going to keep shooting that basketball.
Tipped off went off the back of Battles, and a foul off of the secure basketball. It was Caden Battles securing, and then Aliquippa causing the foul after that. And Quips, maybe some uncharacteristic turnovers and being careless with the basketball there. It's Toll back into the lineup for the Panthers.
They have 2 points in this second quarter. I think not having Khalil Good has shown itself as soon as Sewickley said, we're just going to play man and switch, make somebody make their own shot.
Cretion up top. Aliquippa, and now Battles back. That one rolled to Aliquippa, and he'll not be able to get his own rebound, though, and go up strong with it. Tip in is good by Mamadou Kane. And a timeout by the officials. Someone got a hand to the face.
I hope he's okay. Might be bleeding from the mouth or nose.
Parchman. Oh, yeah, I think
caught an elbow.
Ingram caught the elbow.
Taking a look from a trainer right now. Definitely looks like a nose or mouth. They're going to get him.
Floater that does fall there for Clester Longmire.
Once again, his size. Caden Battles just took a shot, but they said, hey, all clean there. But you can tell he's a football player through and through.
That one rims off for Cretion. Putback opportunities aplenty. Panthers trying to recycle, and a foul is called.
Quips are getting really frustrated right there. They had about 5 or 6 guys, or 5, I guess, is on the basketball court, that could get that rebound. But Mamadou Kane and Aliquippa, they can out-rebound 5 guys when it's 2 versus 5. And right there, it's unbelievable how many times they got a chance at that layup.
Inbound will be triggered in by Battles. And out, trying to find Tall. And it will be Jameer Guyton back into the game for the Panthers as Cretion takes another breather. Panthers with the 24-18 lead, 45 to play in the first half.
There's a world where you could keep this ball the last 40 seconds. Never mind.
Floater doesn't go for Reddick. Rebound, though, goes to the Quips, and pure for Javari Dillard Carter, a junior coming off the bench. First points of the night for him. 23 seconds to go. Then they go into 23. Back outside, Tall runs the baseline. Floater rims around the cylinder and in. And they will say offensive goaltending on the Panthers. Another look.
I honestly think that was going to go in without the contact. I get what you're trying to do there, but that spin, I don't think he touched it either. And Coach Isolino, you can tell, was not very happy by that call. So Tall robbed of 2 points right there, it seems.
5 seconds to go. Quips down 4. Go to the rack. And out of bounds. The buzzer goes off and says that's the end of the first half. So a 4-point lead for Sewickley Academy, 24, Aliquippa 20, in the Win Palmer Memorial Classic from Sewickley Academy. The Panthers have a 4-point lead going into the locker room. When we come back, our halftime show, breaking down all things first half, and we will get you ready for the second half in the next 16 of Sewickley Academy basketball here on JRM Sports.
At Sewickley Academy, a lifelong love for learning is sparked from day one, preparing students for college and beyond. Students are encouraged to think and learn independently and cooperatively, while having the flexibility to pursue their own interests across academics, athletics, and the arts. With small class sizes and a strong sense of community, students from the middle school to the senior school learn the value of collaboration and understanding. Regardless of age, Sewickley Academy students gain the confidence to lead, inspire, and excel. And every experience along the way shapes their future, allowing them to build the skills and character necessary to succeed. At Sewickley Academy, becoming a lifelong learner is becoming the best version of yourself. Sewickley Academy, intentionally extraordinary. At Sewickley Academy, a lifelong love for learning is sparked from day one, preparing students for college and beyond. Students are encouraged to think and learn independently and cooperatively, while having the flexibility to pursue their own interests across academics, athletics, and the arts. With small class sizes and a strong sense of community, students from the middle school to the senior school learn the value of collaboration and understanding. Regardless of age, Sewickley Academy students gain the confidence to lead, inspire, and excel. And every experience along the way shapes their future, allowing them to build the skills and character necessary to succeed. At Sewickley Academy, becoming a lifelong learner is becoming the best version of yourself. Sewickley Academy, intentionally extraordinary.
Stay connected with all the action. Follow JRM Sports on X, Instagram, and YouTube. Get the latest highlights, exclusive content, and behind-the-scenes moments from your favorite sports. Don't miss a second. Follow us today.
Back to Sewickley Academy, where the Panthers have a 4-point advantage over Aliquippa. And it has been a back-and-forth affair, a little bit of a game of runs here in this first half. David, what do you take away from the first 16 minutes?
Yeah, the first quarter, you thought this might be one of those games where we could be at 40 points at half for both of these teams, but it slowed down so much. Sewickley Academy only scored 8. Not many teams can hold them to that, so really good defense from the Quips. The problem is they only scored 6, so it's like we had two completely different basketball games from the first quarter to the second quarter. Got to give a lot of props to Aliquippa. You see Longmire right there getting really pumped up from a couple of rebounds, doing his best to guard those 6'8" giants down low for Sewickley Academy. And what a spark plug you see right there. Drew Steele has been off the bench, and the talented freshman of Notchko has done it all. Evan Notchko has done it all for Aliquippa. Connor Tall right there also answered with a 3 of his own. So, I mean, everybody has pitched in. You see right there a nice pass from Akiva Woods for Aliquippa. And then Mamadou Kane, everybody goes, oh, he's tall, he can dunk. But when he starts hitting down those threes, when you're coaching, I mean, coaches, it's so funny to watch the reaction. Like, he can shoot too? Like, what are we doing? So, and then Adam Kimba, we always talk about Mamadou Kane, but you see right there, I think he already has 5 rebounds, 2 blocks. He's that guy, he doesn't get as much attention. Right there you see again, Longmire he has 4 points, but both of them are much needed when Sewickley Academy went on a couple runs. And you see Coach Isolino right there, only up by 4, so another tight one. But I know secretly he loves these games. He gets to coach the most he can all year. It's harder to coach when you're up by 40, 50 points. When he played Obama, Pine Richland, and now this game, there's a bunch of tests for these sophomores on this team getting ready for playoffs, because we just were doing some talking in between, and everybody's already talking about Jeanette. I mean, there's a lot of games until Jeanette, if that ends up happening, but it's unbelievable. Everybody's already talking about Sewickley making it, and we know Aliquippa might make it in 2A too, but what's great about both of these teams and these coaches, you can't look ahead. You cannot, especially with high school kids, you cannot look that far ahead. Aliquippa gets the basketball to start this second half, only down by 4 points. That's all the coach is worried about right now.
Yeah, the stars are out here too. Pittsburgh Steeler legends Mel Blount, James Harrison. Longtime friend Charlie Batch got to catch up with him at halftime. He's a WPIAL Hall of Famer.
And he's going down Media Row.
Yeah, he covering the Super Bowl, flying out tomorrow.
Not as big as doing Sewickley basketball games, but it's close, Charlie.
But he still made it important to make the stop.
He said, I got to see these guys. They're undefeated.
Clips on the right hand, too tall for Longmire. And the Panthers back up the floor.
Something to watch, too, from these refs in both teams. Aliquippa was not happy with the no foul call on Longmire, so.
One dribble and up strong, bucket and the foul for Mamadou Kane.
And right as I say that, Longmire gets a foul. Mamadou Kane gets an and one.
So Kane to the line here for the Panthers. 7:25, just getting things started here in the third. Happy you've all tuned in here on JRM Sports. Off the mark. And Longmire aboard and
get away from those elbows. Caden Battle said, you know what, we'll back off.
Ingram Was driving and then lost the ball out of bounds off of Panthers, so Aliquippa keeps the possession.
That's got to get this in.
Finally does. Hill gets it into Reddick. Guarded by Battles here. Bounce pass inside, loose. Spencer was there to pull it away. Caden Battles fed in the lane, hands it off to Aliquippa. Two-handed flush. Longmire ended up on his wallet and comes up gingerly limping here.
He was limping the possession before, and right there I think he wanted to give it one more go, but he's going to have to take a breather. And he's been a big part of this team staying in this game. Again, big on big right there you go. Mamadou Kane, another assist, very unselfish.
It was a very unselfish pass.
He could have went for it too.
Yep. Timeout taken by Aliquippa, 28-20 Panther lead. Only undefeated team left in the WPIAL. Upset of Newcastle. Pine Richland got that big one. Great crowd on hand here at Win Palmer Court. And a foul on the Panthers as the Quip's trying to bring it up the floor. Battle's going to get caught with the foul. His second, the team's first of the third.
Aliquippa needs to answer now. This has been the biggest lead of the game, 8 points.
Threw everybody, but short on it. Put back Reddick. Could not outside to Ingram for a three. That doesn't fall, and a rebound goes to the Panthers. Long pass ahead from Kane and Mamadou. That was the second one he's done.
Coach Islina does not like having to mention that twice. Get it up to your guards. Caden Battles is a senior. He's not going to have a lot of turnovers.
Three on the way. Splashed in by Antonio Reddick.
There's that needed turnover, and then that leads to 3 points. All little things Sewickley's always got to remember when they get into the playoffs.
And Kane was owning it. He kept patting his chest, saying that was my bad. See what he can make up for it as Grimsley still looking for that point. Goes to the rack. Sat short. Quips pull it away. Reddick up the floor. Crossover at the top of the key for Antonio Reddick and pulls it back out, guarded by Spencer.
Great job by Spencer to stay square there. He thought a pick and roll was coming.
Bouncing it to Woods and then back outside to Reddick.
I really like Aliquippa's not rushing anything again, making it an ugly game. How many times have we seen Sewickley in the third quarter with 28 points?
Ingram up top. Finally looks for the three. It's off the rim and a board for Mamadou Kane. Grimsley eyeing up a triple. Fouled and he got it! He'll get 1,000 from his wallet. And he'll try to go for the 4-point play. That's an epic way to get 1,000 points for Lucas Grimsley.
What a leader on this team, and we've seen him pull off that play a couple times this year. I think from a shooter's perspective, that's the perfect way to do it. A challenging three right in a defender's face. Lucas Grimsley, congratulations on an outstanding career, and he wants to cap it off with a WPIAL title for sure, but what a senior leader he is. And again, I mean, he got a couple high fives. Other than that, he said, all right, let's get back to the game.
Game that's certainly not yet decided, as missing that one is Anthony Ingram on the right hand. Tried to finish there. Panthers right back the other way and trying to pull away here in the third. Grimsley now with 1,002 points officially as Aliquippa swings it out to him. He thought about it. Grimsley jumps into the lane and he'll get 2 more. Make it 1,004.
You see how much that stress, it's right over. He makes the next basket. I'm telling you, there's just a little bit of added stress to get to that 1,000. Now I could see Lucas getting hot here in this second half.
Floater on the baseline goes. Tough shot there for Deshaun Hill. Grimsley. Up chop to Battles and around the horn to Steele. Fed inside Aliquippa and a foul. It will be Anthony Ingram, the guilty party. Grimsley has a seat. Guyton comes on, gets congratulated by coaches and teammates. Aliquippa Woods has a seat for the Quips.
Reddick's back in.
As into Aliquippa, one dribble in the lane, just rolled out, and he recycles his own garbage.
Longmire's getting very frustrated down there again. Aliquippa using that shoulder. He wanted a foul.
Largest lead of the night, 10 points for the Panthers. Stop and pop, falls for the Quips, Javari Dillard-Carter. Stop at a score the Quips needed here. Bounce inside to Kane. One dribble and a shuffle out. Good ball movement by the Panthers. Mamadou from outside. Too long. A nice rebound there by Guyton.
That'll drive you crazy. You can't use an excuse on size there.
Other side, different result. Anthony Ingram thought he had him, but Drew Steele drains it.
For Aliquippa, you finally make Mamadou shoot that 3, and you go, okay, we can box out one 6'8" guy, but then Jameer Guyton gets a big offensive board, and Drew Steele knocks down the 3.
Crossover by Dillard-Carter to Ingram. He's been the guy running the point much of this game. Of course, we've mentioned Khalil Good not in the lineup for Aliquippa. They're one of their best players in point guard. They come up empty on that offensive set. Steals. Mamadou, catch and shoot 3, doesn't fall. Guyton is there for a board, up strong with it. Doesn't come away with points, gets his own rebound. Up strong and fouled. And Guyton to the line for the Panthers. Foul going against Javari Dillard-Carter. That's his first.
Got to give props to Sewickley, matching the intensity and the physicalness of an Aliquippa team. You know they're always going to have physicalness from Aliquippa's side, but I think in that Obama game and that first half, they kind of took it to Sewickley, and they've adjusted well in this game.
Jameer Guyton hits his first. Connor Toll will check in. Guyton converts. Foul going to go against the Panthers and Aliquippa. 3 on the way. That doesn't fall for Ingram.
Come get it, Drew. Come get it, Drew. We're away. Mamadou, stay up away.
Guyton bouncing down low to Aliquippa. Outside back to Guyton on the wing. Tall, and now Steele. Steele's eyes up a three. That goes long. And they're going to say it hit the top, so it will be Aliquippa ball. Minute 20 to go in the third.
Jameer Guyton was about to get another rebound. That's what he did against Obama, too. He comes off the bench and he just grabs so many rebounds for Sewickley, but Aliquippa gets a much-needed stop.
Isolino yelling to his defense to dig in. A three on the way that's short. No good for Dillard Carter. Another board, and it's Guyton. Tipped away. Anthony Ingram, the steal and the jam.
What a special play right there. They needed some momentum. Got a little bit lazy on that pass from Mamadou to Aliquippa up top. Aliquippa can't catch up to him. He made sure he looked behind him, make sure there was no way that wingspan was going to catch up to him, and he gets that slam he missed in the first half.
Great take to the rack. Drew Steele with authority. 11 points on the night for Steele. Meanwhile, Longmire and the Quips set up the offense with 15 seconds to go in the third frame. Down to 5. Longmire drives inside, sat on the rim, popped out. Aliquippa gets the board, and that's the way the third comes to an end. With Sewickley Academy eyeing up another win on their home floor in honor of their late head coach and athletic director. The Win Palmer Classic continues in Sewickley with the Panthers leading the Quips 42-29.
Growing up at Sewickley Academy, every single step is a giant leap towards extraordinary, where students are excited about school and develop a love for learning. Our early childhood students begin their adventure here in a world of discovery and wonder, building, creating, and stretching their imaginations, sharing curiosities, and kindness. We help each child with routines that build self-confidence. We lean into learning through exploration, allowing time to observe, question, and reflect. Through personalized attention, we see firsthand what excites them to learn and create lessons from the things they're most interested in, exploring new vocabulary to help communicate thoughts, developing math skills to problem solve, and even discovering talents and passions. Many steps are taken each day, and we make every one count. Sewickley Academy, intentionally extraordinary.
This Tuesday, catch the Steel City High School Hoops Showcase, featuring the Northgate Flames taking on the Sewickley Academy Panthers. Tuesday evening at 7:30 on KDKA+.
This one tipped right to us.
Wake
at
up.
The table. Hello. Let's play a fourth here from Sewickley tonight with Damon McDermott. Matt Fargo with you. And Sewickley Academy a 42-29 lead on the Quips here in the final 8. Panthers, see if they can control this 8 minutes. Steals off balance pass to get it back out to the wing and Guyton. Mamadou to Steele, who goes for the three. It's short. Another board for Guyton, and how about more board points for the Panthers?
Matt, sometimes I'm really wrong when I analyze the game, but right here, I don't know what it is. Jameer Guyton, I know he's 6'4" playing guard, but he does such a good job boxing out, playing that shooting guard position for Sewickley, and he's just a spark plug off the bench to get you some offense and defensive boards.
See, the Quips are getting a little bit of panic mode. They throw up a three there that was no good from Hill, and then foul on the other end sends Mamadou Kane to the line. And for those of you that are tuned in and haven't been watching Sewickley Academy basketball this season, Mamadou, 6'8", just a sophomore.
And if you haven't heard about him, you're going to learn a lot about him if they end up making it to the WPIAL Finals. And the way he can play he's a 3-level scorer, and he's 6'8". That's the biggest thing. Like we just talked about earlier in the game. You go, okay, he can dunk, he can lay up, but when he starts shooting threes, coaches are like, okay, what is going on here?
Cluster Longmire into the Quip lineup here. It's been a big force inside for the Quips tonight. And that's been a tall task, pun intended.
He's doing everything he can.
Reddick, Longmire to Hill. Aliquippa has not been in a rush for sets. A 3 from Hill rims out, and a foul. Well, they say this is just off of Sewickley. I think that's.
I think it went off
say out of bounds. Yep.
Leg. But no, like you said, Aliquippa has done a good job slowing Sewickley down. Again, we don't see them under 70 points most games. But they're right at that 29-point mark Sewickley usually gives up. And offense has been a very hard task. Is right there. You saw they can't even get the ball inbounds without Khalil Good in this game. It's been challenging. They've had some really good possessions, but other very empty possessions. And right there, Sewickley gets the ball right back.
Yeah, this might not turn into a win for Aliquippa, but maybe it throws out a blueprint of how to slow this Sewickley Academy offense down.
And I think Obama did the same thing. You got to play them overly physical. Right there, you just saw Longmire with a shoulder to Mamadou Kane's ribs. Nothing malicious there. He just tried to stop him in his tracks. And for Sewickley, I think it's good because a lot of times they're beating these teams by 20, 30, 40 points. You saw it right there, shoulder check. When they play Obama and now Aliquippa, they're playing you tough all night long, and they said, if you're bigger than us, we're just going to have to do the best we can to beat you up down low.
Triggered in for the Panthers. Steals to Guyton. Mamadou, left side of the lane. And offensive.
I think Longmire finally got a foul he's been asking for.
Sewickley coaching staff doesn't approve of that one.
No, but what I love about the ref is he's smiling. A lot of refs will get really upset about it. He goes, listen, I made the call. We're just going to deal with it and go on. Again, Longmire's been called for a couple tonight as well. Aliquippa hasn't been happy about it. So as long as they're calling it down the middle, it's the only thing I ask, and I think they've done a good job here tonight. You got a 5'10" guy going against a 6'8" guy, and the 5'10" guy is stronger. So you never know what you're going to get in high school basketball, and that's what makes it so beautiful.
Ingram, stop and pop from the elbow, yes.
He's been great here tonight. You saw a dunk by him. He's only a sophomore, 6'4" for Aliquippa. One of these guys, I think they're going to be a team making noise in 2A for a very long time.
He has 11 points tonight. Guyton to Southall to Steele. Mamadou, top of the key, too long. Rebound, nice job for Aliquippa. It's Parchman to get it out to Hill. Now Ingram drives, lost control. And Mamadou Kane is right place, right time to pick that one up.
I think that was Reddick, just lost that handle on that left side.
Mamadou, look at! And Mamadou came up gimping after that. And quickly, Mike Isolino calls a timeout, takes a full 5:03 to go, and a 47-31 advantage. Sewickley Academy cheerleaders enjoying the Panther advantage.
So here's one dunk on one side. Then Matt, the call you just made, how many guys can dunk it like that? First, we're going to see a couple layups, but Mamadou Kane just brought the house down. There's those offensive boards we talked about with Jameer Guyton. But again, Aliquippa's been trying to answer as much as they can. Really good game from Anthony Ingram. And here we go. I mean, he takes flight. He really does. It's not like a rim grazer dunk. That guy can bring it down. I know the athletic director, Mike Isolino, everybody's begging him not to hang on that rim. He might bend it, how strong he is. But as you can see, look how animated Coach Isolino is. Even a up by 16 points. A lot to work on in these last 4 games.
Training staff is tending to Mamadou on the bench during this timeout.
He's staying in, though. That's the good news.
Is.
And you know a high school kid's not going to tell you he wants to come out of the game, so
Ever.
just monitor that, make sure he's good to go. Dunking's fun, but dunking also, you hurt your hand a lot, and you can hurt your legs a lot.
I wouldn't know.
No, me neither. Not anymore.
3 on the way. Off the rim, doesn't fall for Reddick.
He looks fine. He just out-rebounded a couple guys, so maybe he's completely okay.
Drew steals. 4:40 to go here in the 4th. Mamadou down to the baseline. And fouled.
Parchman there is doing everything he can. That's his 5th, so he's going to be out of the game. And Parchman didn't get to score many points tonight, but he had another tall task of trying to guard these 2 down low.
There is Aliquippa. Another high percentage shot.
Again, if Longmire's out, if Parchman's out, you're losing a lot of your size now for Aliquippa.
Aliquippa 12 points tonight. Mamadou Kane with 13. Coming up on the halfway mark of the 4th. Whips need points quickly, and that will start it. 3 by Javari Dillard Carter.
Carter having a good game as well, has made a basket in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter coming off the bench for the Quips.
7 points tonight for Dillard Carter. Steals to Battles. Lucas Grimsley to Aliquippa. A rim rattler.
That is another guy. All the rims are saying, please don't do it again, and he just absolutely can tear down a hoop.
Hold on, Lucas, gap Mamadou. Stay down, Lucas, stay down.
On the left hand, goes to the right hand. Floater doesn't fall for Ingram. Drew steals. Now Mamadou Kane threw everybody and up and fouled as he falls to the wood here at Wim Palmer Court.
I know Mamadou Kane's a big guy, but he's taking some shots here tonight. But he keeps on smiling. Again, if a lot of people are watching for the first time, Mamadou is the guy. Sewickley doesn't have any guys in the top 50 in scoring because they spread the ball out so much, Matt. But Mamadou averages around 13 to 14 points, and he makes every single one of them exciting when he'll dunk the ball 3-4 times. Has one Division I offer from Duquesne. We think he's going to get way more than that going into his junior and senior year. I think if they make a WPIAL title run this year, he's going to get a lot of attention.
Planks off the back rim there for Mamadou Kane.
See if Aliquippa can respond again with a 3. That's been their main weapon here in the 3rd and 4th.
And a foul. On the drive there was Dillard Carter. As Guyton back into the lineup for the Panthers, 2:44 to play.
Got to think he's probably going to take the rest of the game off. Mamadou Kane with another great game. He had 7 in the 1st, 5 in the 2nd quarter, 2, and then 4 in the 4th.
That was his 2nd foul on Battles. Vika Woods, multi-sport athlete for the Quips. To Longmire, back to Woods.
Good ball movement. This is what they've been lacking the last couple of minutes.
Ingram got it popped into the air. Steals with the steal, but had it taken right back away. Longmire got it back to Ingram. Driving and falling away. Could not get it to fall for Anthony Ingram. Under 2 to go here in the fourth. Panthers looking to keep their unbeaten streak alive. Last loss in the 2A state championship game last season. Battles a three. Falls in and then back out. Put back was good by Jameer Guyton.
He's a rebounding menace. I know he might not describe himself as that, but these last couple of games doing a really good job for Sewickley.
No look pass to get it to Longmire. Gets the defenders to leave their feet, but a block there. Guyton and Grimsley combined for it, lead it ahead to Steele. Steele's thought about the three, hands it off to teammate Grimsley, who hits the money ball. (56-34), and that one can seal it. Under a minute to go here in the fourth. And
it's got to be a trip on Aliquippa, but lining down here, Matt, I mean, this is another great test for both of these teams. Aliquippa, it was a close game through the third quarter. Exactly what happened with Pine Ridge and Obama. You can see why they're a top team in 2A, and you're down a guy that usually leads your team in scoring with 19 points a game in Khalil Good. You think if he's in this game, it's a little bit closer as well. But
no doubt.
A lot of people watching Sewickley for the first time, you can see why there's a lot of people talking about them and why they're the last undefeated team.
Close out! Good, close out again, Jameer!
Longmire with it. He'll go inside and earn a trip to the line with 26 seconds to go.
Longmire's looking at, you can finally give me one. That's the foul
right.
I get. Again, I give him all the props in the world. He's playing power forward against guys that are 6'8", 6'9". You don't usually see a lot of the times in 2A until you make a deep playoff run or state run.
And there's credit due to Aliquippa. I mean, you're holding a team about 20 under what they're averaging
absolutely.
on the season.
They usually speed teams up. I really like what Aliquippa did tonight, where they said we're gonna take care of the basketball and we're gonna slow down Sewickley as much as we can. It's just, again, you're losing your leading scorer, a lot of turnovers that you wish you could have back, and the game just got a little bit out of hand here in the fourth quarter.
Sewickley had beaten up on some teams, Eden, Brentwood, and Propel Braddock Hills, who are all in their section and section players. Guyton, nope, not going to fall.
And I said 2A for Aliquippa, excuse me, but still,
right.
I mean, you can see why they've been talked about so much. And now I want to watch Mohawk because Aliquippa's really impressed me. So if they lost to 11 by Mohawk, a team that I don't think we talk about enough is Mohawk after seeing the standings. And they got two guys in the top 50 scoring.
56-34, the Panthers stay perfect in 2026. They take down the Aliquippa Quips here tonight in the Win Palmer Memorial Classic and hold down the namesake of their home floor and send Aliquippa out with their fourth loss of the season. Quips fall to 12-4 on the season. Sewickley Academy moves to 16-0.
That's amazing in its own right with Newcastle falling the last one. That's a lot of added pressure. You saw there's a couple times in this game they were down early, but they responded, and you saw the smile from Lucas Grimsley. He gets 1,000 points. Try to get that out of the way before playoffs, too. I know that was a lot of pressure for him, so great job by him on an amazing play. And for Aliquippa, you saw Evan Notchko, he got injured as well. You had Khalil Good out of this game. They did the best they could shorthanded, and they did a really good job. You can see why they only have 4 losses, only 3 NPA, 1 out of state, and they're going to have a deep playoff run. But again, Matt, I urge all these schools to have a lot of these games. It really gets you ready for the playoffs. Injuries happen, but when you can have these competitive games get you ready for the playoffs, it's a beautiful thing for a lot of these underclassmen.
56-34, the final score as the Aliquippa Quips fall to the Sewickley Academy Panthers. Hey, coming up Tuesday night, we're right back here in Sewickley at Wim Palmer Court for a television broadcast as the Sewickley Academy Panthers host the Northgate Flames. And that game you could watch on KDK Plus Live, or of course right here on the JRM YouTube channel. Thanks to all of you watching. More Sewickley Academy basketball still to come.
Yeah, Matt, Tuesday's going to be a fun one. Again, added pressure, going undefeated. First TV game of the year. Yeah, a lot of people watch this one, but a lot more are going to be watching an undefeated team when they hear on Tuesday night. Another big game for Sewickley coming into the playoffs, trying to go 20, or they would be going 17-0 in that game and try to go 20-0 overall in the regular season. Another notch in their belt. They went to semifinals in the WIPUL last year, and they made it to the finals in the state playoff game, so we'll see if that run can continue on Tuesday night.
Panthers get it done. That's the story here tonight. 56-34 over Aliquippa. For Damon McDermott and our entire JRM video production crew, I'm Matt Fargo saying thanks so much for watching this presentation of Sewickley Academy Panther basketball. We'll talk to you next time. Good night, everybody.